Oh, so happy Monday nights. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a great weekend too. Happy holidays. So, obviously, the Yankees are in a position where it looks like they might need a bat. I mean, as if we didn't know this already, right? Now, Giancarlo Stanton hasn't swung a bat in 3 to 4 weeks and dealing with some elbow stuff, right? And what do the Yankees do at this point? I mean, they've got bats here that they could probably fulfill the DH role because essentially he's filling a role, that is a position that doesn't need to play the field. You're looking for a guy that can play the field already, which is going to be most likely third base. And we don't know who that's going to be yet. Okay. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen here. And the fact of the matter is, we don't need Giancarlo Stanton to be on top of his game right now. We need to be ready during the season and towards the end of the season. So it's going to take some time. And we will see. We'll see what happens there. I mean, I know a lot of fans are worried. I get it. And a lot of fans are saying, well, the Yankees knew this last couple of weeks. Well, who were they going to get in the last couple of weeks? Is the question. No, I'm not on board with trading Stanton. He's our best postseason hitter. Why would we trade him? Who are we going to get in the last couple of weeks? Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. I do think Dominguez will be here. Well, Davey, I mean, it's a good point. I mean, but Donovan is worth, I think, some kind of overpay for the Yankees. From the Yankees. Arenado is not. So, Martinez. Oh, JD Martinez. Well, look, he's known for a clutch bat, right? He still has a little bit of pop in his bat, but he's older. And what happens when Stanton comes back? He's just going to get rid of JD Martinez. That's the other problem here, too. Being a full-time salary. JD Martinez. And he's not going to play a full season, most likely, if he's here. And that's the other thing, too. And we just don't know how much time Stanton's going to miss right now, either. That's the other thing. So, but I mean, yeah, you're exactly right, Buckeye. I mean, this gives opportunities for guys like Ben Rice, Dom Smith, and a couple other guys. People are saying Justin Turner. He's possible. But again, the thing is, what do you do when Stanton's ready to come back? Do you want to sign a guy to a big contract and then just boot him when Stanton comes back? That's the thing they have to consider too. So it might be wise to just focus on filling the third base position and not necessarily worry about trying to replace Stanton's offense. That's the key too. And again, who's going to be the third baseman? We have no idea. Which is crazy, but we will have a full season. And look, Dominguez is looking good right now. Cody Bellinger's looking good right now. So, and even Dom Smith that they brought in a couple weeks ago, he's got some pop to his swing too, and he's made some adjustments. So, which is good too. So we might get something out of him as well. But yeah, we do have to stay healthy, 100%. 100%. And Spencer Jones, I mean, like he's the only guy in the franchise that has the power that can replicate Judge and Stanton. He's not as polished as they are, obviously, but we'll see how he does in the spring. Does he play well enough in the spring to justify starting him in AAA? Does he play well enough in AAA to justify giving him an earlier season call-up? It still remains to be seen. We have to wait and see. Right? So, Brendan Davis has got some power in his bat. There's some other folks here as well. And that's the key, right? Asian baseball. Interesting. Adam Duvall. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's time to panic over Stanton anyway. I mean, a lot of folks are expecting him to get hurt at some point anyway. So I'm not really that worried right now. But I know a lot of people are, which is why I want to give people a chance to be heard about this. And smack the like button, Let's get over 100 likes in here. We got 150 people in here right now. So I appreciate you. Just greetings from New Zealand, Dean. Shout out to New Zealand's up in the house. The other side of the world, baby. What is going on? All right. The Kiwis are in the building. Kiwi power, baby. Uh-huh. Yeah, the Yankees have enough youth here to supply some offense here. And again, it's clear that they don't feel that they have a bat that can play a position that can play third base right now in a starting role. So we'll see what they do. I have a feeling it's still going to be a trade. I don't know who. Who? I mean, is it going to be Arenado? Don't know. Is it going to be Luis Arias? Don't know. it's we just don't know yet. And I don't know if I don't know, are the Padres going to move Arias now? Because they've been adding players little by little, right? They've signed Yuli Gurriel tonight too. They're signing a lot of role players just to kind of stock up a lot of guys that can play roles on just a regular basis. You're exactly right. Stroman doesn't want to pitch in the bullpen. He's getting a lot of heat for it too. Rafael Devers came out today. He said he doesn't want to play anything but third base. So why isn't he getting heat? All right. We'll see. I think we're going to be okay, Buckeye, in terms of the run total because we have a longer lineup. It's more balanced, and we're going to get a full year. And again, we'll leave it up to the season to see, Buckeye. But I understand your concerns; they're justified. We have a full year of Cody Bellinger. We got a full year of Jazz Chisholm, a full year of Dominguez. We were top heavy last year. It was essentially Judge, Soto, Stanton when he was healthy. And it was a big drop off after that, right? Now we've got a lot more length to this lineup. And our 7, 8, and 9 are going to be a heck of a lot better than they were the years prior. So I'm not ready to say this is going to be 2023 revisited. I'm not ready to say any of that stuff. I'm not ready to say these guys are washed or something like that. I'm really not ready to say that. Got a couple guests who want to hop on.
Yeah.
In the building.
What's up, Dave? What's up, Mazda?
What's up, Nathan?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Well, I like Devin Williams' new look. Jealous. I mean, he looks sharp.
Yeah, he definitely does.
With the mustache. And then,
yeah.
And
I mean, it was good that Bregman said he would move to second base. He's a better third baseman than Devers is, but Devers wanted to make that clear today. He didn't want to move from third, I don't think Bregman had a problem with that.
So Bregman said he'll be second base?
Yeah, which is fine. That was a necessary overpay to the Red Sox. It was.
Yeah, because Devers has already said he's not moving from third.
Yeah, yep.
We got a lot of background noise from one of you guys.
That's not me.
There we go. Thanks, guys.
Also, Jason, they came out with a report on Montez.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lat injury. It's a high-grade right lat strain.
Oh, wow.
He will get a platelet-rich plasma injection and be shut down for 6 to 8 weeks.
Damn.
That will take him roughly to the start of April, at which point he will have to start ramping up again.
So he won't be back until June.
Health at that point, he is likely going to miss at least a month of the season.
That's insane.
Yeah.
This guy always gets injured. Actually, when he was with the Cincinnati Reds, he actually had a decent season with the Reds. But now I don't know. It's like crazy to say. I feel bad for him.
It's the strike zone is in the building too. And
What up,
man?
What's
good, brother?
What's up, man?
He is injury prone, and like the injury bug is not only independent for the Bronx. It lives in Queens too. They're not immune to it, so it happens. And unfortunately, it's happening right now with the Mets.
Yeah.
So that's the latest with that. That came out at 12:40 this afternoon. Game, but it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're hearing somebody's on. I think Jim is on. Jim Riley's on Vlad extension watch. He might get extended tonight. Is what he's saying.
Vlad grow? Oh my god.
Apparently, but I don't know if that's true or not. I mean,
interesting.
I don't think. Why would we worry about Austin Wells? Yankee Mania.
Yeah.
Why worry about him?
the D-backs and Geraldo Perdomo, their young
Yeah.
shortstop, agreed to a 4-year extension, which is a good deal for them.
Yeah, locking up their young players. It's 4 years. I got it right here. It's on MLBTradeRumors.com. 4 years, $45 million guaranteed. So that's pretty solid.
That's a solid deal for them, and good on them for doing that, because he's gonna be good for that team for years to come.
Yeah. Bregman. The Yankees needed the Yankees needed they might. I don't know if you guys agree, but they might have enough offensive production to withstand an absence from Stanton in the meantime. Because who knows? We don't know how long he's going to be out for yet. So I don't think it's time to hit the panic button just yet.
But I like I said, like when I was on the phone with you earlier, Jason, Yankees need another bat, because if Stanton is out for I don't know how long, they need to have like Dom Smith can take over DH. I don't care. I don't have a problem with that. Dom Smith, we have solutions for DH, but we need another bat. And then
a guy that can play a position, third base, right?
Yeah, would you be up for putting a Rise at third? I know everyone hates that because he can't field for shit, but there's a difference between booting and not getting to it.
Yeah, he has trouble fielding to the right. If you play him close to the line, then you don't really have to worry about that as much. He plays well to the left and not to the right. If you play close to the line, he only has to go to the left. Otherwise, it's a foul ball. So, what's your take on all this, NFE? What are you thinking, bro? What's the vibe in the strike zone community right now?
I mean, I think a lot of folks are concerned about Stanton being hurt, and what's going to happen. Like, how should the Yankees pivot? And of course, the big one is third base. Third base not being addressed. Listen, I'm going into 2025, into the 2025 season, thinking that Stanton might not be in the lineup. There's a strong possibility of that, because it sounds like both of his elbows are I don't want to say they're shot, but he's definitely experiencing issues. And third base, I don't think they're going to get another bat. I really don't. I think they're done spending money right now. If anything, if any moves that they make, I think it's all going to be death pieces at this point. That's what I think.
I mean,
what was that?
No, if the price drops on Nolan Arenado, do you think maybe they can go for Arenado? Like we talked, or like you said earlier, Brandon Donovan, I think you said before.
If the price drops on Arenado, then sure, but I don't see that happening. This is the Cardinals shot themselves in the foot right now. As far as trading for Brandon Donovan, sure, I would love to, but I just don't see either one of those moves happening. I think those guys are staying put in St. Louis.
Arenado too?
I think Arenado's staying put in St. Louis, man. Because the fact of the matter is, St. Louis doesn't want to eat a lot of his contract. Other teams are demanding so, and which I don't blame other teams. But St. Louis is not doing themselves any favors here.
Well, St. Louis shot themselves in the foot though in the beginning when they're like, no, the team who picks up Arenado has to pay most of that contract, and we're not going to put in any money for that. So they shot themselves in the foot with that. And then they also shot themselves in the foot when they decided to lowball Brendan Donovan. And also, when I say lowball, I mean like they were a good chunk of money apart on the arbitration negotiations. Then the contract extension, I think they were like $4.5 million off or something. Donovan wanted like $5-6 million, which I don't blame him for, and they wanted to give him like $2.5 million, so they weren't even close. And then on top of that, when it came down to the arbitration, and he wanted the 3-3, which is more than reasonable for the guy who's a fan favorite out there. And really is the face of that franchise, and they only wanted to give him 2-1, and they gave him 2-1 because they won their arbitration case against him. And then for them to be paying Lars Nootbaar more than their face of the franchise, they shot themselves in the foot altogether. So it really doesn't matter what St. Louis says, because if you there was an article that came out, and Jason put out a video out on this that Brendan Donovan was talking about the hypocrisy of St. Louis, and I think it was like a couple weeks back, Jim Edmonds put them on blast as well. So the Cardinals are really a train wreck in the making.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know if Cashman's on the phone with these guys saying, "Look, man, what do you want for Donovan?" You know, like Chase Young. I mean, I think had Alex Bregman gone to Detroit, maybe Young would have become expendable. But now that Bregman's not there, I don't think he's probably gonna. I doubt Young is going to get moved. So, there's that. But if you could pry away a guy like that, then yeah. I mean, go ahead.
I was going to say first, though, they want to get rid of Stroman's contract.
Yeah.
Stroman wants to be out of New York. It's fair. He doesn't want to be a reliever. Ultimately, that's what he's going to be in New York. He's not going to start. We've got Cole, Fried, Rodon, Schmidt, Heel, followed by Carrasco, who's probably going to be the sixth starter for this team. So that ultimately makes him the seventh starter and a long reliever. So there's a few teams that you could pair him up with. You could pair him up in Sacramento with the A's, with Detroit, because he does pitch phenomenally there. He has phenomenal career numbers there. You could even call up the Angels. The Angels were interested in him. Even if you get like a compensation pick or a low-level prospect, at least you get him off the books.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about that?
I think
this one's tough.
Yeah, to be honest, I know Stroman wants to be a starter. I know that. If you cannot go wrong, you cannot. You need a lot of pitching, obviously, but injuries go down a lot. And if I were the Yankees, there's no pressure on them trading him right now because he's under contract for another year. Maybe if we can't find anybody, if you can't find the right trade partner, just keep him in the roster. Have him ready to go just in case if something happens to these starters, or if they decide to go a 6-man rotation to start off the year. Let's see what happens. But this is a good piece to have in a championship team. So if I were them, just keep him for a little bit and see and then explore the market, and then if you find the right partner, then you make the move. But right now you don't need to because pitching depth is really important in baseball, especially when injuries go down.
Yeah, it's just look. He looks happy with his teammates right now and so on and so forth, but he's made it clear that he doesn't want to go to the bullpen. I get it. And the fact of the matter is, too, like, who is he going to replace in the bullpen that he's better than?
Yeah, he's not.
Well, that's why I don't blame Stroman for saying what he said to the reporters about him being a starting pitcher, because it's like that's what he is. He stated the facts. He's a starting pitcher. And, you're not going to put a starter who's owed $18.5 million in the bullpen. Like that just doesn't, he's a $18.5 million starter in the bullpen. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So you're not going to do that. So when he came out and said, I'm a starter, that's what he is. It's the facts. Some fans were mad at him for not being a team player, but I'm like, wait a second. That's what he was signed for. He was signed to be a starting pitcher. Yeah. That is his job. Yeah. So, it's just so funny, man, that some fans were upset about what he said, but it's like he's an $18.5 million starter, not a reliever. He's not a bullpen guy. Yeah, so the fact of the matter is, and could he still get traded? Sure, but it has to be right.
Yeah, honestly, NFE, I think the Yankees are they're more afraid of the option for 2026 than they are the 2025 contract.
Right.
So, which I understand, but like, why'd you agree to it? If you, so.
Plus, there's no room. Yeah. Plus, like you said earlier, there's no room in the bullpen. The bullpen is already stacked, and you have enough arms, obviously, in the bullpen, and now now they just added a couple other arms, and then you got Taylor Masek, the left-hander. Maybe that he could potentially make the roster if he looks good. So there's no other way for Stroman. But like I said, Yankees have no time. They don't have to trade him now. Keep him, and then possibly have possibly happen or 6-man rotations. We got to see, but there's no pressure on the Yankees right now unless if there's a right partner that comes right during spring training or when the season starts. So
Yeah, and Cashman also even said a couple of weeks ago that that they like Stroman, they value Stroman. So they'll if it means keeping him on the team, they're going to keep him on the team.
Yeah.
How they're going to use him is the question. But Cashman is, would love to find a way if he's going to remain with the team. So he's keeping his options open. I mean, that's what Cashman is doing right now. So yeah, he's made it known that he wants to trade Stroman, but at the same time, he's like, well, if he's on the team, then we'll figure something out.
Now, I'm not mad at Stroman for saying that at all. He's
No.
absolutely right. He's an $18.5 million starting pitcher. That's what he is. However, at the same expense, what are you going to do? Are you going to put Clark Schmidt in the bullpen? I mean, Schmidt was great for us last year.
yeah,
Are you gonna put Luis Gil, the reigning rookie of the year, in the bullpen? I doubt that. That's not gonna happen. Are you gonna put your $30 million number 3 in the bullpen? Because that'd be even worse if you did that. And you're not going to put Max Fried in the bullpen. I mean, that's your 1A right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're certainly not putting Garrett Cole in the bullpen because that's your ace. Mm-hmm. So I'm not looking at it as he needs to be a team player. I'm looking at it as who in that rotation are you going to sub Marcus Stroman out for? Yeah. Because at this point, Schmidt has been as rock solid as you can get. You've got the reigning AL Rookie of the Year in Luis Gil. You've got a $30 million, number 3 guy. You've got your 1A in Max Fried, Andrew Ace, and Garrett Cole. There isn't any room for him unless you have a 6-man rotation, which may not be a bad idea, but I don't know if the Yankees want to do that.
I don't know.
I think I heard. I think everyone would. I think he was. Didn't he say that he would consider it or no? He didn't say that, right?
Well, he doesn't. He likes to. I mean, he leaves everything on the table. He never rolls stuff out.
Yeah.
So, and he's not going to do it for the media. So, yeah.
But that's where I was getting at, because there is no room for him in the rotation right now because you have your 5 best guys in the rotation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's at the end of the day, I do think he'll get moved, but when I don't know. But I don't think it's. I mean, as long as he's staying right now, he's staying fit. He's getting his innings in. He's doing his bullpens. He's getting fitter and getting season ready. So if people get hurt and he's healthy, then it makes him more attractive as a trade candidate.
Yeah.
Right. So, and this stuff happens all the time during spring training. We don't know who's going to get moved or cut or whatever. So, I don't know.
Maybe the Mets can use him since Montes is in there.
Yeah, Monta has that commission now.
The Mets can bring him back, Stroman.
Somebody's saying trade him for Brett Beatty.
Oh.
No.
No.
I don't know. Somebody was saying to trade Clark. I'm not trading Clark Schmidt for Brett Beatty. There's no way.
No.
Some folks saying 6-man rotation. I get it, but it throws a lot of these other guys off rhythm. So
that's why I'm not so sure they're going to want to do that, especially with Cole coming back fully healthy. You don't want to risk throwing him off his game, and you can't risk that. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, and I honestly don't think Stroman would get traded. I don't think the Mets want to trade for him anyway. So I think he's going to.
I think Miami would be a good trade partner. And Jason, Liffy, and I have discussed that on multiple occasions. Miami would be a good trade partner. The Angels would be an interesting trade partner. San Francisco would be a good trade partner just because they're looking to add another couple pieces. And I had mentioned a trade to you earlier in the offseason, Jason, which would involve someone going over to San Francisco. You got Minnow.
How about the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Pirates are an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they have anyone that we could use. Maybe Brian Hayes, but I don't know if that would be.
No, I think.
I don't know. Somebody's saying it to the Marlins for Nardi and Xavier Edwards. We've talked about that before.
It'll be something small, I think, right, for Stroman, or something not significant, but like possibly like a prospect and a
Just take a prospect or a comp pick,
yeah.
you know, and you don't need much else. In a different trade, you trade prospects for a starting third baseman. So, but
Because if you put, I think Showman would do great in a like what Mazza said, like San Francisco, Los Angeles, even Pittsburgh or Miami, like those type of markets. I think he'll do good. And
yeah, I mean, I still think there are a couple of trades that need to happen that haven't happened yet. Like not necessarily Yankee trades, but I think Luis Robert needs to get traded.
oh, Luis,
Yep,
And I mean, if I were the Royals, I'd be all over that.
absolutely.
They
I
need another
would
bat.
say that
They
that
need
the
another
Braves
bat.
or the Orioles need to be all over Dylan Cease.
oh,
Yeah. Well, I heard the Red Sox are trying to find him. Let's see. They're pushing hard for him right now.
the Mets should be on Dylan Cease.
Yeah, I mean, but now we're hearing the Padres are less inclined to trade Cease and King, right?
Mhm.
Especially now that they've added Nick Pivetta, so it looks like they're going to trade. They're going a different area now, like a different avenue, right? And I feel like they're bringing in more role players and less of these big names. Because they look at all the big names they brought in over the last 4 or 5 years, and it hasn't really gotten them to much to the World Series or nothing. So now you have all these other guys. Pivetta, you got. I mean, today they signed Yuli Gurriel tonight, so like a bunch of different types of guys. So maybe that'll make them a little bit more fun team to watch.
But if the Royals were to get Luis Robert, just for all intents and purposes, I think they are the favorites to win that Central Division.
I would agree. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Cruise control. I mean, Jose Quintana's still out there with Frankie Montez being out. Maybe the Mets need to bring Jose Quintana back. He was good for them last year.
Which Gurriel they signed? Which one?
Really,
Yuli
Oh, Yuli. Okay.
with the crazy hair.
Is it a 1-year contract?
it was a minor league deal.
Minor league deal. Okay.
He's a non-roster invitee to Major League Camp and would secure a $1.25 million base salary if he cracks the big league roster. There is an additional $1 million in performance bonuses.
All right. Nice, Buckeye, Big Mac and apple pie. I like it, Buckeye. Ah,
I'm eating Buckeye Big Mac.
nice job, dude. Keep it going, man. Get it up there. Get it up there. Yeah, I mean, wise. I see though. I agree. I think Stanton will be ready when we need him to be ready later on in the season. I don't think he's going to get traded. So,
Speaking of burger, after my workout today at the gym, I stopped by Dairy Queen. I had a Dairy Queen burger.
ooh,
Yeah.
they make burgers at Dairy Queen.
What?
They make burgers at Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god.
Just so you know, this is the last day for the Blue Jays and Vlad to get an extension done. If not, it sounds like he's going to walk into free agency.
Oh wow.
Did he put this deadline?
Yeah, this was the deadline.
Wow.
That if they don't get it done tonight, he
Oh.
will walk in free agency.
I hope he walks in free agency so the Yankees can sign him too next year.
Imagine. So, one or two. Who do you think there are one or two players that people should be looking out for this spring season, guys? I want to ask each one of you. One or two players that maybe we're not thinking of.
Ooh.
Players, prospects, whoever.
I'm going to say, for me, the two guys I would watch out for are Jason Dominguez, because he looked good in batting practice today. That's one. And then Austin Wells. I think Austin Wells is going to have a breakout spring this season or this year. For me, Austin Wells showed a lot of promise last year when he had that really hot stretch. He also has a really nice game. He also calls a really nice game. The pitching staff loves pitching to him. And if you remember when he started catching Cole pitched a lot better. So those are, for me, the two guys to look out for are Jason Dominguez and Austin Wells.
Yeah, those are two good names.
What about you, Anthony?
Well, in terms of,
Guys,
I mean, Dominguez is who I'm looking at because he's, going to be your starting left fielder. In terms of prospects, really, I do want to see what Chase Hampton has,
Yeah.
and then Spencer Jones, right? I'm hoping we all know how good Spencer Jones is. Just his only issue is the strikeouts, and if he could just bring that down, that would be fantastic. And I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter, but certain individuals out there on Twitter were saying, since if Stanton's going to be hurt, to bring up Jones. I'm like, what are you, nuts? Like, no, you don't bring up Spencer Jones. If you're bringing up Spencer Jones, then that's a problem. That's a major problem.
Yep.
That tells me you're throwing the season away.
Yeah, already.
I think Jones needs to show that, number one, he's ready in the spring to start at AAA, and then at AAA he needs to show at some point he's ready to be called up to the majors. I don't know when that's going to be, but I think those two steps have to happen. Right. Last year he tore the cover off the ball in the spring, and then he made these adjustments, and then it's when he started having trouble with his bat. So he went back to it at the end of the season. He got better. So I need to see that again. Some more consistency from Spencer Jones, man.
Absolutely. I think for me, that's why I didn't pick Spencer Jones, because I want to see more out of him before I can say, well, maybe this is a guy we should look out for. If he can cut down his strikeout rate in half, I'm all for it.
So for me, the two players I'm looking at forward to is I want to go to the backup catcher situation. JC Escara. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the spring. He was on my show, actually, JC Escara. I interviewed him on my show.
Nice.
Great guy, great person, great guy. So I think he's one to look out for the backup catcher. And then I want to see Dom Smith make the roster. I feel like he has something to prove. Aaron Boone spoke highly of him today. He said he looks pretty good in spring, and I want to see him make the roster, because if Stanton is not there for the start of the season, you can just plug Dom Smith at the DH spot. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him. So I would say those are the two players for me: JC Escara and then Dom Smith.
I'm going to go with the two lefties in the bullpen. Ben Shields, who I mentioned before, and this new guy, Tyler Matzek. I want one of those guys to make the team.
See, I'm not worried about Matzek. I'm really not. I think Matzek will make the Major League Club. He does have a lot of postseason pedigree to him, so I'm not worried about him.
I hope it comes to fruition again. I really do. Because I think having two lefties will be a good thing.
Him and Tim Hill, who we should have signed to a long-term deal, but to each his.
We should have signed Tim Hill to a 10-year deal.
Should have given him like an 8 or 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, give him like a max free contract, man.
A 10-year, 400. We should give him no deferred money and then sign him to a 13-year deal. Surpassing Ohtani's number.
Yeah. Are you guys worried about the Mets at all?
No.
Or the Red Sox?
Nope.
No. The Mets I'm not worried about, because I still don't think they've done enough for me to say, okay, well, this is a better team than last year. They haven't made that, other than Soto, they haven't made that one move. Now, had they gone out and gotten either Fried or Burns, we'd be talking a different story. The Red Sox, they needed to make that overpay for Bregman, which they did. They needed to do it, but they still haven't. They still haven't fixed their closer situation and their bullpen situation.
Who's their closer? Oh, Diaz, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many years does he have left in his deal?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. All right. They still need some pieces. I'm worried about the Red Sox more than I am the Mets.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Mets, but Red Sox did improve, but they lost Kenley Jensen, which is a big loss for in the bullpen. But I'm not too scared of the Red Sox. It's just even though they added Bregman and Chapman and they added Walker Buehler, I'm not really too scared of them. I think they're going to be competitive in the East, so Yankees just have to be prepared for them. But I think the Red Sox, you need to be. The Red Sox got a little bit better, but the Mets, even though they got Soto and Alonso back, they still need more pieces.
Yeah, and I get Garrett Crochet too. Yankees country's in a place. Yeah, share your Discord, my man. Go ahead. You guys aren't. If you guys haven't subscribed to Yankees Country yet, you should follow the guy. Get good content as well. He's also on TikTok too.
No. Thank
you for the super chat, sir. Silent to the Fox. Thank you. Devers doesn't want to move. No, he's not a good defender, but he's. I think he's the franchise player over there right now in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Bregman is. Bregman's the hired gun right now, so he's coming into Devers territory, I think. Willie Castro. My only issue with Castro, he's got 1 year of control left. So, like, they're going to have to repeat this thing next year, searching it for third base. Because I don't think Lombard or Arias are going to be ready yet next year. So, I don't know about you guys, but
really,
a couple of years of control would be a better option for the Yankees at this point.
Where's Willie Castro? What team is he on again?
Minnesota Twins.
Oh, Twins. Okay.
Yeah. Twins. Petruzzi.
What's up, Jacob?
Petruzzi. Ace, Ace, I sent you the link. If you want to hop on, bro, you can. So, yeah, there's way too much noise out there going on right now, right? There's a lot of people saying the Yankees are cooked. People are, calling just trashing Boone, trashing Cashman, trashing Hal.
Hal is cheap.
Hal's cheap. Cashman's a bum. And I'll ask you guys too, like, some people are saying, well, we knew about this with Stanton's thing because he hasn't swung a bat in 3 to 4 weeks, right? We knew about this for 3 or 4 weeks. Why didn't we get him? Who are we going to get in the last 3 or 4 weeks? That wasn't named Alex Bregman.
Hey, Jason, we should also fire the whole coaching staff for Max Fried coming here.
Yeah. You NFE, by the way, you rolled today?
No, actually, I didn't roll today. I'm planning on it tomorrow. I'm actually in a. Now that you mention, now I'm in the mood to get on the mats. So, oh man, somebody's gonna feel it tomorrow.
CYO day tomorrow. It's choke you out day. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially certain folks in the chat are motivating me. So I'll just leave it at that.
I hear that, man.
Yeah.
Tom, Pam needs to get on board. Bring what kids? What kids are ready to be brought up right now, Tom? And who said we're not on board bringing up the kids?
I'm always on board. I always say I'm always on board with bringing on the kids, right? On my live streams, I talk about, hey, I'm down to give the young players a chance, but you also have to be very patient with them because with these prospects, the expectation, the bar is set very high for these players, and if they don't perform up to those standards, fans are quick to react. I mean, and and shout out to Nathan. He had Homer Bush come on my show, and Homer Bush even said that being a Yankees prospect is tough.
Yeah,
because they don't always make it to the major leagues. Like not many of them do, because the Yankees are a win now organization, and he's absolutely right. So again, I'm all for the young guys. I'm all for the young guys. I would love for the young guys to all come up, but we all also have to practice patience with them, right? Yeah. The Orioles have the young guys. They're doing well, but what have they done in the postseason?
Nothing.
So, again, with time, they're going to be fine. But are Yankees fans, are a lot of us willing to be patient with the prospects?
Mm-hmm.
Majority? Probably not.
What prospects are ready to come up to the majors now?
Nothing real. There's no one is.
Think of one.
Offensive
maybe Dominguez, but
might have Arms, Clayton Beater, a few other guys.
Beater, Will Warren, actually, but the hitters, I don't think there's no one hitters ready.
We have no bats ready for the majors yet right now. Just starting the majors.
But here, Let me. What do you guys consider? Merrifield's a free agent?
Merrifield's a free agent. You got Verdugo, Rizzo, Justin Turner, Rowdy, Brendan Rodgers, Jose Iglesias, Marcana, Alan Duvall, Peralta, Rex Grossman, Kevin Pillar, JD.
What do you consider? All right. What do you consider Merrifield? What do you consider Jose, Merrifield, or Turner?
I would consider Turner or Merrifield. Iglesias is more like a depth piece to me. Jones is not ready. Don't know what you're talking about. And Peraza, I don't see with this team. Sorry.
I would love for Jones to be ready, but he's not.
Yeah, Jones is not ready.
He needs to take that one more step. Believe me, there's not many bigger fans of Jones than me. I love Spencer Jones, but I don't want him to come up here and take 2 steps back and be completely overwhelmed. I want him to be ready to go.
I think Merrifield would be a nice piece because you can just move him to second and put Chaz at third again.
Mm-hmm.
If you sign Merrifield, but if you sign Turner, you put Turner at third and then Chaz at second.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Turner.
Nathan, I just want to give you a shout out on that because I do like Justin Turner. He has a very good bat. Not saying that he's gonna, play the field all the time. He is 40, but he still does hit for average, which is what we need.
Mm-hmm. Grish he's back to baseball activity, so he's past his injury, which is a good thing.
Being a left-handed power hitter doesn't make you ready. That's where you're wrong. Being a left-handed power hitter in Yankee Stadium doesn't make you ready.
Seriously. Yeah, I see. You got to, you got to throw major league pitching in front of it. Like, it's just not that easy, man.
Not in Yankee Stadium. Not every lefty can hit. Look at Joey Gallo. He was a left-handed power hitter.
The guy had light power. Yeah.
He signed. Did he sign with the team?
Joey Gallo with the White Sox.
White Sox, right?
So let's get that straight. He's not ready yet. You can think he's ready, but where's your proof to back up that he's ready?
Yeah, dimensions don't mean anything if you can't put the bat to the ball.
See, everybody's saying Turner. I wouldn't mind Turner or Merrifield. I like Merrifield better, I think, because he's got
that positional versatility, Merrifield. So he's still fast.
Yeah.
So
you can put Chaz at third again and then put Merrifield at second. So that's a good. I like that.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
I do like that. I'll get hats off to you for thinking about that because I didn't think about putting Merrifield at second. He is a very good defensive second baseman.
I don't know. I'm still surprised he's a free agent, though. I'm shocked he's a free agent. He's a good player. When he's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm surprised Cashman is not on that right now. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, Tom, Spencer Jones's bat will tell us in spring training whether he's ready or not. So let his bat do the talking. So, and
can I just also bring something up too, Jason, about that is let's look at Dominguez last year and his 56 at bats. Okay. Major league pitchers exposed his weaknesses and exploited them with no issue. And Dominguez could not adjust. So let's not jump the gun and say that Jones is ready because if a major league pitcher exploits his weaknesses, you better believe everybody's going to call for him to be traded.
Mm-hmm. It's just it is what it is, man. I mean, people want to get rid of Jones. People want to get rid of Dominguez. People want to get rid of Stanton. Like, it's crazy. And then, like, if Bregman came here,
who cares?
They want to get rid of Bregman too. So
yeah, just get rid of the whole farm. Who cares?
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
Let's trade the whole farm for Josh Hader while we're at it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Trade the whole farm.
Yeah.
I mean, knows where I'm going with that.
Yeah, and these professional hitters, time you could beat up on the Double-A pitchers in spring training all you want.
Merrifield is a good.
You're gonna have to come up here and face guys like, Paul Skeens.
I agree with you, Cruz. Wake up, Cashman. Go, please. He needs to sign Merrifield right now. I didn't even know he was a free agent still. Come
I
on,
like
man.
Ken's comment also. I just want to put that out there. Jones strikeout rate says he isn't ready.
Yeah, that's one of the things that he needs to improve on. If he improves his strikeout rate, he'll improve his contact rate. So, and while I'm excited about his power, some people do need to stick to MLB to show. I'm not a fan of trading Jones.
I'm not either, unless I'm getting something of high value in return.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really want to trade Jones. I wouldn't even trade him for Brendan Donovan. So, here we go. NFE, trade the whole farm, Robbie Ray and Hader. If you do that, Buckeyes, another good one too. Like, we have some deceptive speed too. We have Duke Ellis back. He's the fastest guy in baseball. We got Jazz. We got Dominguez. We got quite a bit of speed. Andrew Velasquez is back. He's got speed too. So, Tom, you're terrible at putting words in people's mouth.
And you still haven't answered or shown us any proof that he is ready.
No. Thinking all these pictures of Sandy Koufax. I didn't mention anybody. What are you talking about?
I smell mat time.
Yeah. Easy mat time. Easy mat time. But at the end of the day,
I love Ken's comment.
you gotta I want his K rate to go down, right? But he's got almost a 40% in AA. Put Paul Skeens on the mound now. Good luck. Right?
Okay, how about this? How about the Yankees trade the farm for Paul Skeens and Livy Dunn?
I like it.
I want Livy Dunn. I would take Livy Dunn for anything. There you go.
It's too deep.
Who? When you say they,
we're not
who's
talking
they?
Jeter. We're talking Spencer Jones. What are you doing, bro? What is happening right now?
Completely different players, Tom.
What is happening right now?
Who's they?
Yeah, who's they?
That's an easy question.
What is happening right now? What am I missing?
What the hell's going on here? And if you need somebody to clean, I'm going to come in and clean the blood off the mats tomorrow. I'm going to come and wipe them down for you afterward. And just make sure they're nice and fresh for you.
Oh, trust me. There's at least one dude I know that profusely bleeds from his nose. I remember a few weeks ago, I just kept jabbing him, and then boom, his nose just like blasted. I'm like, oh, man. I was like, bro, bleeding. I was like, wipe the blood, man. Yeah, kept just right the whole time. Boom, boom, just right there.
We should set up a boxing match for NFE.
He definitely needs to get Manscaped, Buckeye. You got to get this. He's got to get it all. Yeah, up in the webs, and you got to get there, man.
Again, Tom, it's two different eras. The game has evolved so much.
What is Tom talking about?
It's harder to succeed. I don't know what you're talking about or even where you're getting this information from, but dude, you really got to look up the facts before starting to spew this crap.
Dude, yeah, he has to do a lot of research on baseball. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Come on, Tom.
Did you see what Peter Risberg said?
That's right. Peter, Rosie O'Donnell, and oh my God, Madonna in the outfield. Bye. I have a question for you, Tom. Who's they?
Yeah, who's they? Come on.
I'm out of water, man, so I need an answer. Who's they? The game has changed.
Apparently, the game hasn't changed, but what do we know, right, guys? What do we know?
Yeah.
I'm also the one writing a book about it, so let's be real here.
The game has evolved quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's evolved quite a bit. The Rangers and the Braves, the Rangers are going to be healthy. I think they're going to be dangerous. The Braves too. I think
God.
these are going to be pretty formidable.
We should have Gina Davis catch there, Jason.
Get that tall chick up in here.
Ooh. Who said that? Sean said that?
Yeah.
I have no idea of country. My guess is going to be like some guy we haven't heard of, some prospect that we haven't heard of is going to start. We won't see any of our starters
This
until
Friday, so the first game this Friday.
I think isn't it the 22nd?
It should be Friday.
Oh,
Friday?
today's the 17th. Okay, so it's this Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, Ken's on you, Mazza. Ken's on you, man. Cutting patience. Poking the bear, baby. Poking the bear. Friday, 1 p.m. Okay. And you're probably not going to see many stars. You may see a couple, but you won't see many.
I think you'll see.
Get Jenny Finch up in here, man.
JC Escara. I think
JC's
you'll see JC Escara start. I think.
You might see guys like that. You might see Duke Ellis. You might see like a couple of these other dudes. Yeah.
Rose, Mandana, Rosie. Oh, how about Nikki Glazer? Put more in
Oh, Nikki. Nikki. Don't be so upset that you get better views. I have no idea what the hell that means.
Tom, what are you talking about? First of all, you didn't answer Jason's questions. Who's they? Who
You
is
still
they?
haven't shown us proof. So where's that?
Tom,
Dude,
answer.
go troll somewhere else. 'Cause no one has time for this.
I feel like I'm in Long Island for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. All right. Well, yeah, we might see Spencer Jones. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think so.
We might see Jones. Might see they
You
what?
said they. So who is they?
You said they said Jerry Jeter is ready, and then we're not ready, and they brought him. Who's they? J. Tom.
CeeLo, you're a legend, dude.
CeeLo.
In the building. Jones a chance. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Never mind. Tom isn't getting it. But
Coverage is here. Max, you want to come on and you can join us and drop some knowledge if you like. We're getting some craziness up. We're getting some
Dude,
craziness.
you know who you should have gotten on tonight, Jason?
Who's that?
Bobby Malone.
He's.
What are you, stupid? Huh?
Did you see Lorenzo's comment?
Oh my god.
Oh, it kind of reminds me of Waterboy. Hure. When the dude gets tackled.
Oh my god.
That's just any Bengals.
I want to see. We'll do. I'm gonna get.
right now.
Imagine if we can pull off a panel with Adam Sandler.
Oh my lord.
That'd be crazy.
Oh my lord. Oh shoot, Max, man. All good. I hear you, man.
Jonathan, let's go. What's up?
Get yourself some sleep, Max. I'm gonna get to bed in a little bit too, but
Yeah, get
everybody was thinking.
the milk and cookies, bro. Get the milk and cookies there, Max. It's good. It's good for you.
Dip your Oreos, you dear in the little cookies and the two youths. Is it possible, two youths? That was on the other day, my cousin.
Vaughn said Henry Winker.
The Fonz? Oh the Fonz.
Hey, Tom, cut the shit enough.
Scout said Jeter wasn't ready to spend more time in the minors. Yankee front office, they go scratch. Jeter is going to be a starter shortstop. And what does it have to do with Spencer Jones?
I guess he's saying, well, they gave Spencer or a Jeter a chance. They should bring up Spencer Jones. But Spencer Jones, I mean, last I checked, he was AA, yes?
Mm-hmm,
Double A.
Yes.
Okay.
Somerset.
No, you're not
I
right.
think he'll be starting at AA this year. I think, in my opinion, Somerset, and then eventually maybe he'll go to AAA in the midseason. I think I see him starting at Double A again.
I agree. And again, we're talking about a Hall of Famer here. Like, this is when you're right. You're right. It was in the competition either. So, let's look at Jeter's minor league stats here. How about that? Did Jeter ever play in AAA? Let's have a look here. I don't know.
Oh man, too bad I don't have a punching bag right now.
Yeah. Here we go. Jeter's minor league stats.
Let's take a look.
Jeter
Bounced
played.
between AAA and the majors in '95.
Jeter played AAA. Yes, he did.
Mm.
Jeter played AAA. So he did. He ran the full gamut in the minors. Jeter.
Yep.
So there's that. Spencer Jones has not come out there yet. And Merc fucking guy. Merc, you're a man. You're a man. Hey, look, if Spencer plays good, he'll get a late call, just like Mark did a couple years ago.
So update, non-baseball news update on the USA hockey game is still 2-1 Sweden. And
Sweden's beating the Americans 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 right now.
All right. All right. I know there was that whole thing the other day about the fist fights or whatever.
Yeah, there was a couple fights against Canada.
Okay. Like,
it's insane.
Yeah. Goldie made the jump.
500 career home runs. Yeah, he'll reach 500 career home runs.
Who's this?
Stanton. Jake asked a question.
He's 71 away from 500, so I could see him making it. I hope he does make it here, and I hope Judge makes it. Like, Judge, what is he like 350 or something like that?
Yeah.
What if Stanton makes it in 3 years and Judge makes it in 4? We have two years in a row, a guy hitting 500 home runs.
It's insane.
That'd be kind of cool. Where the hell's Judge at? 3 what?
3.
I want to see Stanton get to 500 in a Yankee uniform.
Yeah, man. I don't want to trade him to like the Seattle Mariners and have him at 500 over there. Like,
Judge is at 315.
350, 185.
Okay.
All right. It might take him 5 years, but that's still not that bad.
Maybe 2 years, no?
You imagine that 2 years? Oh my god. 96 home runs this year. Shit.
But Judge or Stanton is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, if he goes into the Hall of Fame, what hat does he wear in? Does he wear a Marlins hat or does he wear a Yankees hat?
I think he'll wear a Yankees hat, especially if he wins a title here. He'll win a Yankees hat. But did he ever go to the playoffs at all with the Marlins?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he did.
He's been to like 5 of them already with the Yankees, so I think, yeah.
But he had that one big season with the Marlins, the 59 home runs, and
yeah, and that's when the Yankees traded for him right after the 59.
Yeah.
So prediction: Judge got 70 home runs. Jeez.
Damn. Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
I'll take it. But all right, so finish this up, guys.
Only played the postseason with the Yankees.
Yep.
Yeah, man. How many?
He went to the postseason in 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 24.
Yeah.
6. All right. 6 out of 7. Not too freaking bad. Not too freaking bad. But so to conclude this, guys, I mean, what do you think needs to happen before the season starts? Whatever it is for the Yankees. What do you need to see?
Who wants to go first?
Like starting with the 2025 season, like going into the season, what we want to see?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm confident that the bullpen and the starting rotation is going to be solid. The lineup on paper looks good, but it's going to be a different lineup, and there are a few question marks for me, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way, but yeah,
You're on the next one with us, Ken. I promise you that.
Yeah,
Ken?
it really does suck. Actually, no. But yeah, like I was saying though, the lineup is where I'm a little like, okay, how is this lineup going to look? Again, it looks great on paper. There's a few question marks for me, and I just hope those few question marks do exceed those expectations. So, yeah, none of those guys are going to be able to replace Soto. I think we can all agree to that. But as long as these guys are producing, they're productive, and they're able to do well, especially in situational hitting. What I don't want to see is men on first and second and third, and they only score one run with 0 outs. You cannot have that.
Nope.
So I think the lineup is my thing is the lineup just needs to be consistent. They need to be producing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with NFE. I think the lineup needs to be more consistent this year. And it's going to look very different now with all the pieces that we have. But I'm on a mission right now. I want the Yankees to get Merrifield. I think they should get Merrifield to help balance the roster, balance the lineup. Put him at second base, put Chaz at third. I think he's flexibility. He has more flexibility options than Justin Turner. So I love the Yankees to sign Merrifield. I am still shocked that he's still a free agent. This guy's a heck of a player. I think he'll bring swag. He'll bring a lot more different dimension to the Yankees. So I'm hoping that happens. But like the pitching is way better. I love the pitching staff now. The bullpen got better. Starting rotation got better. It's just the lineup. But I want to win Merrifield. That's the goal right there. Hopefully, Cashman is listening, but hopefully we can get Merrifield.
Oh, and let's one more thing I wanted to add: trade Giancarlo Stanton.
You got to trade
Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, you have.
For me, it's got to be the Yankees have to stay healthy. That's first and foremost. For me, I know you guys haven't mentioned it yet, but I know Rodon is now the number 3 starter, but he has to show consistency. He absolutely has to show consistency because now that he has Max Fried ahead of him and has that pressure off of him, there should be no reason why he can't pitch up to the level that we know he can. And third, the overall lineup has to be consistent, and they have to pounce on their opportunities when they get it.
Ken's coming after you, Nathan.
Oh yeah,
Shots fired.
Yeah,
Shots fired for Ken.
Wait, Merrifield is 36 years old though.
Does Iglesias play third base?
Yes, he plays. He can play anything. He can play second, third, shortstop. Even first base too.
How old is Iglesias?
Let me check right now. He's
30.
Let's see. He's 30, he's 35.
Is he? Gee, okay.
Yeah, Whit Merrifield is 36.
It's a 1-year age difference.
Yeah.
And Iglesias did hit 337 last year.
Let me see. How about Whit Merrifield? How much? What is his average?
And he had a 3.1 WAR last year as well.
But how many games did he play there, Mazza?
Huh?
How many games did Iglesias play?
85.
Oh,
over 62 game span, though. I mean, would his average be that high?
I don't know. Maybe.
Merrifield hit 240. Merrifield hit 248 this season or last season.
In how many games?
It says 137 at bats. Yeah.
137 at bats.
With the Braves and Phillies combined. Oh, so 2024 he played with the Phillies and the Braves. So he had 156 at bats with the Phillies, 137 bats with the Braves.
All right. Merck wants us to keep our eyes on Yorba Vivas too, which
I'm not going to argue about Vivas. I'd love to see what he's all about.
Yeah.
But he's got to prove it.
Goldschmidt.
D-Lo.
I'm gonna defend you.
Yes. Oh god.
CeeLo, man.
Throwing shade at my guy, Fat Joe.
One was this question here before we wrap up. What is one player you guy would want but have to get rid of for MLB roster player? Who you getting and who you releasing?
Huh?
Oh, you take Acuna and grab Acuna and release Dominguez. Oh, okay, I see what you're
Wow.
doing.
Okay.
Oof.
That's interesting. I'm a little hesitant on that, and I only say that because of Acuna being hurt.
I'll take Donovan and get rid of Oswaldo Cabrera.
Donovan.
I would take
Acuna,
I would take Donovan as well. And I know this is going to upset all the someone who I have muted for the next 24 hours, but Peraza I would probably give up in that deal for Donovan, because I think at this point Peraza, since he's out of options, it's either you keep him or you trade him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about you, Ed? I think get rid of Stanton and bring in Robbie Ray.
Yes.
Hey, and if you forgot Patrick Corbin too.
Oh, how could I forget Patrick Corbin?
Wait, Mazda, how about Cliff Lee?
Cliff Lee. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
really.
I want to bring Bobby Baez.
Bobby Baez?
Yeah, dude. So you know what? I know some fans out there feel that Spencer Jones is going to get traded. I mean, and I know we've all talked about it, but dude, let's just say if the Yankees needed another starting pitcher, Scooble.
Ooh.
And I will trade Jones instantly.
That'd be nice. I'm
all on board with that 100%.
But that's wow. We'll have so if that happens, they'll have 3 lefties in the rotation. That'd be crazy. Wow.
Well, 3 nightmare lefties. I mean, Rodon is good. I think Rodon's pitcher, and he had a
yes.
Yeah, and Rodon had a better season last year. I mean, 16-8 record. I mean, definitely was better than what he did in 2023.
And if that happens, you say goodbye to Stroman, then that's the end of Stroman right there.
Wow. I mean, I have somebody put that out. I don't know where it was, but they said Dunham's more likely to get traded at the deadline. I can see that.
What do you think the package would be for Scooble though? The Jones, and they might ask for what's his name? What do you think NFP the package would be?
Ask that question again.
What do you think the package would be for Scooble?
I mean, I'm looking at Chris's comment, and yeah, Chris, I know that it's going to take a lot more than Spencer Jones to get Scooble, but I'm saying I was just speaking hypotheticals here, but in reality, yeah, I know it's going to take a lot more. But shoot, you're probably talking Spencer Jones, and they're going to ask for two of your top 10 prospects.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is one of those prospects is probably George Lombard.
Yep.
Well, Lombard is probably going to be. He would probably have to be a part of that deal. And don't be surprised if they ask for Chase Hampton
or Ben Hess.
Yeah.
Ben Hess, yeah.
One of those big arms. Damn, that'd be a dick punch in the head. That would hurt.
It would hurt, but it would be a fantastic trade because Scooble is one of the top pitchers, if not the top pitcher in the American League.
Yeah, he's honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if if he got another Cy Young for 2025.
Yeah.
Dude's lights out, man.
Yeah.
Is it George's father still with Detroit as a coach?
Lombard Senior.
Yeah.
I think Lombard Sr. is the coach for the Tigers.
Yeah.
I'm going with Clark Schmidt for the Cy Young in 2025.
Clark Smith.
Jason, I got one for you.
Who's gonna go 20-4
Oh God.
with a 280? What do you got, Mazza?
So if I had to, just hypothetical, and no, it's not a trolling one. I know that we can all come up with those, but no, I would. This is just
You
me.
go.
I would do Dominguez
Ooh.
for Donovan.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dominguez for Donovan.
And because it's, to me, Donovan's ability to play multiple positions, not just the infield, but the outfield as well, makes him that more attractive. Plus, he comes with controllable years. Not saying Dominguez doesn't either, but it makes it more attractive that he can play both the infield and the outfield.
Let's add in Hisley in that deal. The pitcher.
Ryan Helsley.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, Dominguez for Donovan.
Man,
Or John King with Donovan.
Oh, John. Okay.
Or Jojo Romero. So either King or Romero and Donovan for Dominguez.
It's a tough one.
That's interesting.
Tough one, man.
Because you're getting a reliever and you're getting your third baseman.
Maz, how about Ryan Hisley? The other guy, the other reliever. Yeah. Would you take the other reliever? Ryan Hisley, you think his name's?
I would take him too.
Helsley?
I would take him too.
That'd be a tough one, man.
Because if it's the Dominguez, I would try and ask to get a reliever back too with that.
Oh no, a reliever would have to come back in that, 100%. But it would either be King or Romero and Donovan, and you could have Dominguez all day, every day.
Dominguez, Helsley, and Melania. Now, who the hell's Melania?
Who's Milan?
Who's that?
I'll tell you right now.
Is there Melania on the Cardinals?
I'm going to look right now for you. Let's see.
And there's no chatter right now that Scooble's on the trading block. At least I've heard. Donovan is he's ARB right now, David Buckeye. He's got 3 years of ARB ahead of him. So he just he lost his Melania Trump. Okay.
Oh
my God. Boy.
And we're off.
Jeez, yeah, that one, yeah.
Nope, I don't get involved in such talks. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, no, that's what I would do. If you had to
away
be on a serious note. Now, if you want to completely troll, Garrett Cole for Patrick Corbin. That's what I'd do.
Oh my God.
No.
Garrett Cole for Patrick. Jeez. God. Oh my God. Coach Carl's in the house.
Sweden defeated the United States 2-1. And
Oh,
are set
no.
to face the
Dang it.
Canadians in the championship game.
Gotta get some Swedish meatballs now to celebrate, man.
Damn it.
Yeah. CeeLo got
That went fine already? I thought it was the second period.
CeeLo, you crazy, man. You're crazy. That was a good one. Rumors out. No. Luis Castillo, I think Seattle lost the opportunity to trade him. I don't think Jose Ramirez is being moved. And Alec Boehm, they asked for too much, man. The A's reached out and they asked for freaking Mason Miller.
And the A's laughed at them and hung up the phone.
Yeah, laughed and hung up the phone. Like, what the freaking? Oh my God. Coach Carl, by the way, 808, man. It's impressive for Joe Barrett, man. Very impressive.
Oh,
that.
Speaking of signings, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Cubs signed Chris Flexen to a minor league deal.
I did see
All right.
that.
Yeah.
Not a bad move. Not a bad move.
By the way, there was also a report Jonathan put out earlier that the Red Sox are expected to pay CBT in 2025.
What?
Well, they're at a
Oh.
they're hit the first level.
They are right around the $241 million threshold this year. The roster resource has them at 241.6.
All right. Yeah,
While
they
someone out the baseball has them at 240.4.
all right.
No, Miami has not spent money yet, but
They
probably
actually just
won't
did.
until they're even slapped.
They actually just did. They just
signed
Cal Quantrill,
yeah.
but they signed him for like $8. So like,
Still,
Um,
they haven't spent shit.
yeah, I mean I think he's making like $7.50 an hour. So
Hear that Rangers signed Luke Jackson as well today?
yeah, the Rangers signed him.
Luke Jackson
Yeah,
with the Control deal is a 1-year deal, right?
it is. It is a 1-year deal. So
Does he have an opt out after the first game?
Oh my god.
Well, the only thing I can celebrate right now is that the Jets are moving on from Aaron Rodgers. They told him he's done. So
I can't believe that's happening.
yeah, give me the Arsenio Hall fist pump for that, man. So I'm happy. And moving on.
Just see CeeLo.
See that, man.
Gardner. Oh yes, Guardian signed John Means.
John Means. Yeah,
I like that move.
Yeah.
Very solid move for them.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what we got, everybody. So we'll let you all go. Guys, I want to thank you all for coming on. Everybody,
Thanks for having me.
please look at these guys on here. Make sure you subscribe to these 3 channels if you haven't done that yet. Gotta support
And guys,
these.
stay tuned.
Great
we got
content.
working on some things for all these content creators. So stay tuned. My team is working on more guests. So hopefully we can work on get more guests on these shows and then working on something big. So stay tuned.
Nathan's our liaison for big stuff.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be
Nathan
our
guys, if you haven't subscribed to Nathan, do so. Him and his team are absolute rock stars. So don't miss out on some of the stuff that they put out because they do put out some very good stuff.
yeah. Nathan's a made man now. He's a made man. He's next level.
You guys are the best. Also, subscribe to subscribe to Jason, NFE, and Mazza, please. All of you guys, come on.
Appreciate you guys. Have a great night, everybody. Hit smack the like buttons if you haven't done that. And right here, the name and our media, right there, CeeLo. Look at his profile up here.
Yeah, I'll put it in the.
Hang on, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
It's right on the screen.
I have a new launch coming out soon, so stay tuned for that.
Nathan's launching some stuff, man. Let's go, baby. Guys, thank you for coming on. Peace to everybody in the chat. You're the best. Love you guys. See you next time. Let's see here.